Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So the latest AW showcase is here, and I already uploaded an itemless run on the right side. Now we're gonna take a look at the left side run. So let's get it started then. So my team is a bit different, and we are starting here with White Tiger. I brought in Ghost for Korg just because, again, I do not want people to say that I'm using champions that nobody has, or, you know, overly ranked champions. This is a rank 2 White Tiger, by the way. And we'll go over the rest of the team a bit later, but it's Onslaught and Serpent. For this fight, again, the crucial thing is make sure you're unblockable all the time, because otherwise he will auto-block you, and sometimes that auto-block has parry, and that's just a bad time. You don't even really need to intercept as much as you initially think, but yeah, White Tiger, you know, this fight's not easy with just about any champion. I don't think any champion like absolutely demolishes this fight. You need to play this well. You need to kind of like, you know, work around the falter, you need to work around his auto block, his power gain, you know, ebb and flow intercept. It is a tricky fight, but it can be done with a plethora of champions. And I'm doing it with a rank 2 White Tiger here. Previously did it with Shatra. It can be done with Tigra. I think I heard people do it with Kushala. I'm not entirely sure. But the point is that as long as you do have the coded tactic, it shouldn't be too bad in my opinion, because then you have more options. And here, again, I do almost make a mistake, but I kind of save myself with a special attack, because AI is not always like super friendly here. And the key thing is, yeah, just don't make a mistake. It is a finicky fight. I'm not going to say that White Tiger is a perfect option, but I'm kind of using White Tiger just to make a point. It's a rank 2 White Tiger. She doesn't bypass miss and, you know, anything else. As long as you kind of get the hang of it. It is not a fight that everybody will be comfortable with. But it is one of the harder fights in this entire showcase, to be honest, because everything else after this point, it's quite easy. So here I'm going to be using Onslaught for Elsa Bloodstone. Effectively here you have to bring in a mutant, or else you're going to be degenning. And Onslaught does the job fine here. The biggest help for you with Onslaught here is knowing that you can heavy punish her level 1. So whenever she does use the level 1, you will be blitzing through the, you know, the Dex, dash back, and there you go. Easy peasy. Gonna drop a level 1 just to increase neuroshocks. I didn't really need to. I could have built up for level 2, but she seems to be going down quite fast anyways. So here, ideally, I did want her through the level 1 immediately. She didn't, so I didn't get the long pause in there. Now I go for it. That's fine. She's unblockable. I'm just gonna wait that out. And again, I didn't have really thrown that level 1 there in the block, but she's going down fast, so she's gonna be basically dead now. Heavy her while she's down, why not? Moving on to the left side, I'm using Serpent here just because it makes the fight a lot easier. Legitimately, you can kind of do this fight with just about any champion. You do need to keep an eye out for Falter, you need to keep an eye out for Prowler's own abilities. But with Serpent, you can just ignore it and it becomes an absolute vanilla fight. Because, again, he bypasses miss, and that includes Falter from Prowler itself, it includes Falter from the node. There's nothing to it. Basically, just don't get hit, and life is gonna be good. Or if you do get hit, get your special thrown immediately. And again, as always, against Prowler, you ideally want to use your specials as soon as you get it, because even though Serpent is 60% resistant to power drain, you know, you still lose some power, which is not ideal. But for most part, very, very basic fight here. Also, like within a minute, I believe, is going to be over, because obviously Serpent's ramping up. And yeah, just, you know, bait out his specials, hit him, don't do anything crazy. You can see him going down very, very fast. This is a rank 4 Serpent, but again, I'm not using any boost or any special mastery setups either, though. But yeah, so Serpent absolutely minces it. Obviously, you can just use a 6-star Serpent for this as well. It wouldn't be a major problem at all. Next up, against Count Nefaria, I'm using Onslaught, and that's mainly just because he has Safeguard. And Onslaught has dots on, so there you go. Level 1, level 2, you do have Combat Deja Vu Disintegration, but honestly, getting like one of those on you is hardly a big deal, because it just gives you willpower healing, more willpower healing for when you mess up in the fight. And you can heavy punish his heavy, or like re-parry. And level 2 also can be heavy punished. So Here, I do like a little bit of an Onslaught trick where I heavy just about as my stun is about to expire, so that just makes it easier for me to get the long pause. But here I made a mistake, and it almost cost me my entire ramp up. It's not the safest thing to do. I'm just kind of practicing it and getting in the habit of doing it, because I actually do that quite a lot in all the game modes. But here again, just barely, but managed to maintain my pause. Good. So here he comes in for level 2. Again, gonna drop a heavy attack to get in another pause. And here I'm gonna get in another disintegration on me, but again, not the biggest of deals. So here I drop my level 1, obviously increase the amount of damage degens are doing, and get in another long pause. And that's it. The fight's over. So perfectly full health against Count Nefaria. Not much of a problem here. Now this Spider Ham could kind of be tricky, but Serpent makes it fairly rudimentary, trivial fight. Number 1, Serpent's immune heal block. That's like a massive help in this fight, because you do start with power 1 boost. So immediately upon the start of the fight, I end up throwing my level 1 and not to give him any charges. And then basically I just try to manage the power gain charge. You can't do it all the time, and initially in this fight, I realized, best up, if you have to, just eat some power stings, man. Nothing bad's gonna happen. Just eat some power stings, and you can take some damage. That's okay with Serpent, especially with Serpent, because we're not worrying about heal block. And yeah, you saw, I took some damage here. That's fine, But I do have willpower healing all the time in the background here. And he got his unblockable, not the biggest deal. Again, dropped my level 1. Don't really care about my health right now, because we can heal it all up whenever I feel the need for it. Not that I will use Serpent for anything else in this, but see, I'm just taking that power sting damage like boss. And now, is it at this point or soon enough? Yeah, here I didn't want to throw my special because I had 2 power stings on. So I'm kind of letting it build up a bit. It's fine, it's not the biggest deal, because I constantly, with Serpent, get the willpower healing here. And I don't care about his nonsense charges much either, because I have true focus and I bypass away completely. And here I do make a mistake with my striker, which kind of sucks, but fine. I think, do I go for? No, I'm just going for willpower healing here. So I'm trying to bait out his level 1, and we can see that, even though I took a whole bunch of power stings, thanks to that power gain and thanks to that taunt, my health is looking quite fine. So this is slower, obviously. It could have been done faster, but you never know. Might use that health for something. Might need it to finish up a nuke. And here, at one point, I'll catch myself right now with no power stings on. So I was like, okay, I might as well throw that level 3 because, unlock my special attacks. Why not? And there you go. Yeah, fairly straightforward big fight. And I'm back at 97, 98%, 99%. I do have the power sting, but it doesn't matter too much. And yeah, full shiny yellow bar despite us taking damage. And he's at 12%. And I actually hate fighting Pig. I definitely don't enjoy fights against Spider Ham, but there you go. Serpent does it fine. Now this next fight is gonna mess me up a bit. I did solo it when I tried it the first time on my live stream, and Onslaught does this fight perfectly. The problem is gonna be here. I was recording everything, and then it just started loading for a very, very, very long time, and I actually had put my phone down. And then when I eventually entered the fight, I kind of grabbed it panicky, and yeah, I'm just gonna make a mistake here. That's it. So here I took too much damage in block, so I do not want to take all the level 2 in the block. That's fine. Here I get the pause perfectly fine, but yeah, I wasn't fully. And here I'm too late, and he drops a combo, and this fight isn't gonna go great for me. Again, I have soloed this fight before, and here again, for whatever reason, I miss a parry because I'm like, I don't want to re-record everything here. So I decided to do as much damage as I can before I get KO'd, because inevitably I will. And then we're going to deal with the consequences later. So, again, as long as I can get in a pause somewhere, we're going to be fine. So again, one nice pause. I do have Incinerate kind of helping me out. Punish his heavy attack with my heavy attack, and I did it in time. Here I didn't And here I was like, yep, I'm just done. I'm dead. But on the bright side, we did take some damage off him. Onslaught can solo this easily. I just played it awfully again because I kind of lost my focus in this fight. So I was thinking, you know, do I carry on? Do I restart for the video to make it prettier? Then I figured, hey, I brought in Ghost for that Korg. And I'm not great at fighting Bastion because he's a relatively new champion, and even though he has very little defensive utility, obviously his special attacks and animations, something that we need to get used to. So I decided I'll just bring in Ghost and see how it goes. And yeah, so basically I finished this fight off with Ghost, and that's it. I will end up taking a bit of chip damage, that's fine. It doesn't really want to play into my phase much. Again, that is fairly annoying, but we're going to get a bit lucky with a few specials as well, because I'm going to kind of winging it here. I did definitely make a mistake, but it was a nice level 2, and he's at 22%. So basically, at this point, I figured I just need, you know, another level 2, and the fight's going to be over. So I want him to throw that level 2, but he doesn't want, which is very annoying. So yeah. Bastion is definitely not like a hard defender, it's just that we don't have too much experience fighting him. Yeah, I finished successfully dexing that level 2. Did 7%. I really shouldn't have even thrown this special. I should just finished it safely normally, but that's fine. And that level 2 should have connected. I don't care what anybody says. And now I have to deal with that Korg. So I brought in Ghost for that. And this fight again is not going to go perfect for me because of the AI, but you know, we're gonna show how we do. I'm a bit rusty with my Ghost. I also have to admit that. I haven't used Ghost for like anything in quite a while. But the entire point is you can use your phase to get easy openings here. I wish he didn't throw that level 1, but you know, fine, he did. But yeah, anyways. Even though I'm a bit rusty with Ghost, Ghost is decent against Korg. Because again, here I do mess a Scuffle Light Intercept, but Indestructible 3 boost. Hey, that's kind of nice. And I decided I'll just take 1 rock stack damage. And that was quite a lot of health, so changed my mind. I don't want to do it again. So here I'm going to get an opening with my relic, and then I'm just going to go for my level 3 later on. I don't know why I actually took any of those hits in the block. That was absolutely unnecessary, but fine. So there we go. I'm gonna get, I figured I might want to just do my damage without specials just to be super safe for a while. So I was like, do I throw that level 3 or do I just deal with this fight with basic attacks? Then I figured, yeah, fine, let's just play this normally. So, dropped my level 3, that's fine. Got in the pushed him to level 2, perfect. Because level 2 is easy to punish with Ghost with the lights. And there we go, so I have gotten rid of the rock stacks. I should have faced more hits in this fight for sure, but they also kind of wanted to be aggressive to get those furies on me. And there we go. Now that Korg is at 14%. I'm at 40%. It's not perfect, but it does okay. Again, Nico is perfect for this fight. Crossbones is very good for this fight too. But, you know, Ghost and Kingpin work well as also. So there you go. A little bit of ghosting there, and again, a bit of a loading issue. And now, in my previous video, I tried to do Sersi with 6-star Tigra. And I was like, this time around, I'll just bring in my 7-star rank 4 Tigra and, you know, make an easy job out of her. Then I figured, if I use 7-star rank 4 Tigra, I'm probably going to get a lot of crap from people in the comment section, again, for using champions that, you know, not everybody can easily get. So I figured I'll do the 6-star Tiger again, and if I screw up, well then unfortunately this time around I don't have a good alternative for the Sersi. But fine, I decided to go in with the 6-star Tiger. And the fight actually got quite a bit messier than I wanted it to, and that obviously always goes down to the AI. Obviously some user errors too. But again, in order to start this fight, you basically just want to get your neutralize up as early as possible. Is stun immune, you do not want to be baiting out heavy attacks. So the best way to start it is with a light attack if you can get in an opening. So there we go. We did that. Unfortunately, here she immediately does not want to go in for an intercept. And I end up using that level 1. But once you do get in the rhythm, the fight's kind of easy. You just heavy, she throws a level 1, you can dash in during that, and then you heavy again. And then you drop your level 2. Obviously 6-star doesn't have like quite as much damage, or like, okay, 7-star nukes this fight in like 40 seconds. But fine, whatever. So I'm just carrying on doing that, and at some point I'm gonna make a whoopsie again, because she will not want to throw her special. And then I'm gonna get quite annoyed. So now I activate level 2, which, you know, does a ton of damage at this point, because I had a ton of raptures active. And here she did not want to throw her level 1, and I unfortunately used my level 1, push her level 2, and I made a mistake, so that was half my health gone, but fine. Now we're hopefully back to normal. Right? Wrong. She's gonna decide to give me trouble again with not using her special, and at some point she's gonna throw her heavy attack when the neutralize is gonna be off, and she's just not gonna be friendly to me at all. I think it's now where, like, yep, not gonna throw it, and I activate my level 1 again just to get neutralized, maintain my senses, and here I do make a mistake. And she's unblockable here, but fine, she throws the heavy. And now I need to wait out effectively that glancing, which is gonna be super annoying. I do have my level 2 here, but hitting her at this point, kind of pointless. But I basically just want to maintain a rhythm of the fight. But with all the MD and everything else happening, not great. And here I push her level 2 again, and I'm like, I'm just going to try and go in for it. I am just going for it. So let her throw that heavy. I'm going to throw heavy of my own. And now I finished the fight. So it is a bit spicy in the end. But, you know, we did just fine. There's nothing else particularly crazy. So yeah, we used 6-star for the boss, we used 6-star ghost for the Korg, and finished off Bastion with that. We used 7-star rank 2 white tiger at the beginning as well. So definitely doable with kind of like lower and mid-rank champions as well. But yeah, there you go, an items run on the left side with less than, you know, ideal counters for the most part. But there you go. I'll catch you guys soon. Bye bye. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the